Hello and welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we explore how people are using hypnosis to achieve remarkable things. If you've just joined us, I have as my second guests. Well, my first guest is Shara Afshar, and she is an honors grad of HMI College of Hypnotherapy. She has with her today her very special guest, and her name is Arietta. Arietta came in to see Shara for Procrastination. Please help me welcome my guests. Arietta, I want to start with you. First of all, tell me what was going on.
I was taking a test and I didn't pass, and I took it again and I didn't pass. So I wanted to start studying again and pass, but I was having this feeling of not being able to sit and not being able to focus and not being able to want to study and keep postponing and postponing. So I heard about Shara through a friend, and she helped me through being able to study and pass my test.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me, what did you try before you called Shara to overcome the procrastination?
I pretty much tried everything. I like myself. I locked myself at home and canceled everything that I had just because I was going to study that day.
And?
But pretty much I did everything at home, like cleaning.
What else did you do? You were cleaning?
Organizing the house.
Organized?
Everything, but I wasn't able to sit and study, and that was very weird. I never experienced that myself before. So
when you sit to study, what happened to you? Where did the mind go?
At that time, everywhere, like my phone, the pillow, the thing that was hanging in the wall, and I was just so kind of afraid, what's going on? Come on.
I think it'd be really scary and really frustrating.
Yeah.
Shara, procrastination is a very complex issue.
Yes, it's a very complex issue, and as we know, only about 12% of the brain is the conscious part, and which is the logic and reason and willpower.
You know what willpower is? The thing that's never around when you need it.
Right, exactly. So, and in Arietta's case, her logic and reason said, I want to study, I want to pass this test, but however, that 88% or more of our mind power is the unconscious mind or the subconscious mind. And that's all the associations that we've built since we were very young, and the story we tell ourselves, our life script. And sometimes the resistance that comes up. And when we want to set a goal, we want to do a certain behavior, they put it to a vote, conscious and subconscious. What do we want to do to determine how you end up behaving?
Well, if you're right, and if it's 88 versus 12, who won?
88 hours.
So what do you do to penetrate the subconscious mind, the 88%?
Well, basically, first thing is actually, I was talking about goal setting. You have to have a certain clear goal that you really want. That's number one. And then it has to be compelling. You have to really feel passion towards it for it to pull you towards it and put the effort. Then, me as a hypnotherapist, I come in and I kind of unveil any resistance that or any hidden reason that you're not behaving the way you want to behave.
So Arietta, I got to ask, what was the goal? Did you really want it? What was your goal? What was it?
Yeah, to pass the test, and I just passed the test.
What test was it?
I am an esthetician. I have a license for esthetician now.
So you want to, and you like being an esthetician?
Yeah,
it was your passion?
Yes.
And you started asking some questions. Did you ever discover the source of the resistance? And while you were looking at the pillow and looking at the ceiling fan and looking at your phone, even when you locked yourself in the room while you were doing all of these things instead of sitting and studying, what did you discover?
Yeah, I just discovered that I had the resistance towards my goal.
Did you have some insight into why there was the resistance?
Yes, we actually we went around a little bit asking her what maybe she was afraid a little bit of the failure, and that's actually what the case was, and which fear of failure is something that a lot of us have. And in her case, because she failed the test twice, she had built a resistance to study. And we embraced that and used that towards getting further, actually giving her more energy to study for her success, her goal. And actually what I used was the swish pattern, which is an NLP technique.
A swish pattern to overcome procrastination. Well, first of all, for all the lay people sitting in the studio audience and those at home, here we have someone who desperately wants to pass the test, but can't sit down and study. And it's like a battle of two parts of the brain, right? Yes. We have some fear because, wow, if you've failed before and you really do study and you fail again, that's even more frightening, right?
Yes.
So don't study because, oh my gosh, what happens if you give it 100% and you still fail? I wouldn't study either.
Yeah.
So talk to me, Shara. What is the NLP technique of a swish pattern, and how do you use it for procrastination?
Sure. Basically, swish pattern is when we ask the client to bring up an event or the behavior that is unwanted. So you ask them to fully associate themselves in that event specifically, hear what they heard at the event, see what they saw, and feel what they felt.
In the undesired state?
Yes.
Wait, I have to ask that again. In the undesired state?
Yes.
Can you tell me more?
Sure. So basically, because we first want to see what we want to get overcome, basically. Then we ask the client, what do they want to replace it with? What behavior? In Arieta's case, is the procrastination. Then we ask them, what do they want? In her case, is they want to study. And then we ask them again to see a picture, exactly specific picture, through their own eyes that they're experiencing with the desired behavior. And then we ask them to come out of their body and look at themselves performing the behavior that they want to be performing. Then we have them clear the brain, and we have them, the swish pattern starts here. We have them imagine the old behavior, make the new behavior event really small in the corner, kind of bring down, make it dim, and then when I say 1, 2, 3, swish, the desired behavior explodes and takes over the old undesired behavior. And we repeat this a few times, 1, 2, 3, swish, and then it explodes. And then I ask them, so in the future, when you want to study, what do you think? And it's very interesting because actually in Arieta's case, she couldn't get in touch with the feeling of procrastination anymore because she just wanted to do it. What we do is bring the subconscious, install the new behaviors in the subconscious, so it works together with the conscious mind towards getting the goal and becoming successful.
I have to ask how you experienced this, because this is fascinating. Were you surprised when she asked you to access the undesired behavior?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone, me too. And then were you able, even at the beginning, to imagine, visualize, picture, and pretend the new behavior, the desired behavior of sitting down, clearing the desk, immersing yourself in studying? Were you able to access that in your imagination?
Yes. That was, I mean, the first one was very easy because I was already in that mode.
Good.
And then the second one was easy as well because that's what I wanted. So I was able to visualize my goal, like sitting and studying and actually enjoying and, you know, trusting in my study, that I'm studying in the right directions. So.
Well, that's all very nice and theoretical. But what happened when you have a pillow and you have a ceiling fan and you have a phone and you have a door that you can lock and you have created time to study? What happened to you when it was time to study in real life?
Well, when after the session, it was easy. When I went to study, I actually didn't resent. Like I just sat and started studying, and then I was like, oh, did I just started studying? Okay, I guess I just started studying. So I continued studying, and then every day was like easier and easier to get in the flow. I wasn't like forcing myself anymore as much. So that was kind of interesting. So I had to call her right away and be like, oh my God, you just don't know. I've been studying all week, every day.
Now,
so
what happened? You had failed twice. After you saw Shara, did you take the test again?
Yes.
When?
I took it 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Have you gotten the results?
Yes, I got it this morning.
You got? What did you find out this morning?
I passed.
You passed the test.
Yeah.
And now, I know it was this morning, but bring us up to the present moment. tell me about how you are going to use the skills that Shara taught you to be the most successful, most joyous, most abundant esthetician, did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
On planet Earth.
Yeah.
Tell me how you're going to do it with some of the skills she taught you.
Well, with the swishing patterns, which is, very easy to imagine yourself like in that moment that you hate it, and then the moment that you want to be, it's very easy just like to switch the pattern and just keep that imagine in your eyes and in your mind, and then go for it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Words to live by. Go for it.
Go for it. Yeah.
What would you say to someone who procrastinates and has tried everything, including locking themselves in a room?
I would say you should call Shara
Why
right
Shara?
away.
Hypnotherapist or
Yeah.
Shara? Why Shara in particular?
She makes me comfortable, almost like, I don't feel like she's only a hypnotherapist, but like a friend. Because sometimes when you're sitting with a hypnotherapist or with the doctor, you're more like, in that mood of like, oh, I'm in the, session, in the process, in the operation or whatever.
Yes.
But she makes me feel more comfortable, like, just like a healing process, and I like her energy.
When you have a healing energy in a process, and it's like being with a trusted companion instead of some sort of a cold, scary professional.
Yeah.
That's the person that I would want to go to.
Yeah.
I know that everybody is going to want to find out more about Shara's unique hypnotherapy ability and her energy to be just a companion on that journey and feel safe and present and comfortable. And you can reach Shara Afshar at hmigrads.com. I want to thank Shara, I want to thank Arietta for coming in and talking about overcoming procrastination and passing your exam on the third try after seeing Shara. I want to thank everybody here in our studio audience and everybody watching at home. My name is Lisa Mackenberg, and I hope you'll join us next time when we meet more people and explore how they are using hypnosis today. Please stay tuned. We have a lot more coming up for you on Hypnosis TV. Is Shara Afshar, and she is an honors grad of HMI College of Hypnotherapy. She has with her today her very special guest, and her name is Arietta. Arietta came in to see Shara for procrastination. Please help me welcome my guests. Arietta, I want to start with you. First of all, tell me what was going on.
I was taking a test, and I didn't pass. And I took it again.
The procrastination.
I pretty much tried everything. I like myself. I locked myself at home and canceled everything that I had just because I was going to study that day.
And?
But pretty much I did everything at home, like cleaning.
What else did you do? You were cleaning?
Organizing the house.
Organized?
Everything, but I wasn't able to sit and study. And that was like very weird. I never experienced that myself before. So
when you sit to study, what happened to you? Where did the mind go?
I didn't pass, so I wanted to start studying again and pass, but I was having this like feeling of like not being able to sit and not being able to focus and not being able to want to study and keep like postponing. So I heard about Shara through a friend, and she helped me through being able to study and pass my test.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me, what did you try before you called Shara to overcome? Hello, and welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we explore how people are using hypnosis to achieve remarkable things. If you've just joined us, I have as my second guests. Well, my first guest...
At that time, everywhere, like my phone, the pillow, the thing that was hanging in the wall, and I was just like so kind of afraid, like what's going on? Like, come on.
I think it'd be really scary and really frustrating.
Yeah.
Shara, procrastination is a very complex issue.
Yes, it's a very complex issue, and as we know, only about 12% of the brain is the conscious